All right, so in this video, I'm gonna show you another mobile home deal that our company invested in. In a moment, I'll show you exactly what we purchased it for. I'll show you how much we invested into the rehab, and then I'll show you how much profit and return on investment we made. But before I do that, let me show you what the actual property looked like, because I think it's helpful for you to see just how simple these renovations are in comparison to traditional real estate house flips. So here's a list of actual mobile homes that we flipped on our website. In this video, I'm going to show you this particular property. So as you can see, it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, 16 feet by 56, 1998. Let me show you what the photos look like so you can get a sense of what it looked like after our renovation, and then kind of compare that to what you'd have to do with the real estate flip. So outside, we did no landscaping. We did have to do a little patching and painting on the deck, and we did a little patching and painting on the siding outside, but we did not paint the whole exterior. We just did a little touch-up paint. Here's the inside of the kitchen. If you're a house flipper, you're looking at this and thinking, this is what it looks like before I do a renovation. But no, in mobile homes, you can get away with, I don't want to say get away, but the standard's much lower, so you don't have to invest nearly as much money renovating mobile homes as you have to with traditional real estate. So these are all the original cabinets. These are used appliances that we put into the property. This is the original laminate flooring that was already there. We did put in new carpet, we did paint the walls, but we kept all the original cabinetry, all the original countertops. We updated some light fixtures. We put in a little microwave over here. But in general, you can see, very clean, very nice home, but more kind of like a rental property standard, right? Not one of those HGTV, big renovations kind of thing. That's what I love about mobile homes, right? You can buy these at a great price. You don't have to sink as much money into them. And the return on investment, which you'll see in a moment, is phenomenal for the amount of capital that you're investing and also the amount of work oftentimes that you're putting in. Another thing I love about mobile homes is the lack of competition. And if there is competition, they're usually not high quality competition. And no disrespect to the people who are doing it, but a lot of times they're not the most professional people, we'll put it like that. Or they're not the most devoted people who are focused exclusively on this niche. So it gives a great opportunity if you're a professional to come into this arena and do really well. So I love that about it. Here's the bathroom. As you can see, very simple. This tub we actually did have to resurface with an epoxy paint because it was kind of like an old yellow kind of color. Instead of gutting the whole shower and tub, we went ahead and just resurfaced it. This is the original vanity. We did put in a new mirror, but very simple. I think you'd agree this is a very simple, but yet clean, nice property. So now that you've seen what the property looked like after the renovation and how simple the renovation was, let me show you what the financials look like. So here's a financial chart that we use to organize all of our financials. If this is your first time seeing this, let me quickly go through it with you. The first line shows our acquisition costs. Essentially, that's what we purchased the property for, right? So as you can see, we purchased this property for $5,000. Now, I'm gonna round up and down to keep my math simple here for the video's sake, but we acquired the property for $5,000. The second line shows our repair and holding costs, and that is how much money we put into fixing up the property in addition to our holding costs like utilities, paying lot rent, etc. So as you can see, we put in a little over $11,000, and the third line shows you the total. If you add those first two lines together, you can see we invested around $16,500, which, pause for a second, that's phenomenal, right? Even for us, that's abnormally low. We got a very good deal. This one is kind of a trophy deal, I'll admit, but I'm making a lot of these videos so you can see what the averages are. But on this video, look, we put $16,500 all in on a property. We do get these happen every year. And if you think about that and compared to real estate, how often can you get a deal, even a condo, and your all-in cost after rehab and holding costs are only $16,500. It's phenomenal. So love that about mobile homes. Fourth line shows what we sold it for, $65,000. So after closing costs, if you go down to the sixth line, you can see we made $48,000 profit on this. So we took $16,500 and turned it into $48,000. So that return on investment is ridiculous. We made over 294% return on investment on this. So I must admit, this is 100% a trophy deal. We made an abnormal return on investment, and we made a above average profit on this property as well. However, this does happen every year. You're going to come across deals like this. Another thing that was great, we did this one in only 75 days. So just over 2 months, 2.5 months from start to finish, we were able to take $16,500, make a $48,000 profit, and a 294% return on investment. Unbelievable. So if you're interested in learning how to do this in your local market, the first thing that I would recommend is figure out where your local mobile home community parks are located at. Second step is start researching and figuring out what are mobile homes selling for in your local area. If you're selling mobile homes in San Diego, that's going to be a lot different than if you're selling homes in Dallas, Texas, or Omaha, Nebraska. So each market has its price, and you want to figure out what yours is in your local market. Third thing, research your competition. Look to see, is there already a lot of people in your local market doing this, and is the market saturated, or is there a wide open opportunity? And if you're like most people in most markets, the opportunity is still very abundant, right? Most real estate agents or investors, they're all focused on real estate. So this gives you a great opportunity, but you want to do those 3 things. And to help you do those 3 things, I created a free online workshop on our website for you to quickly figure out where the parks are located, who's your competition, and what are the local prices going for. If you're interested in doing that, jump on our website. It's mobilehomefranchise.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, reach out. I always love to hear from people who are watching these videos. I'll see you on the next video.